Lee coming to you from Fate of the Empress, and I am just recovering from Ayers math, which if you all have an error, then you understand the extreme difficulties of Ayers math, which I will try to cover in another video, but I'm not sure I'm going to get to because Neverland does have a guide that kind of covers it, and I've covered some basics here before, but if you guys have specific questions, please let me know in the Ayers video comments. Like, do watch what I made. Maybe your answer is in there already. All right, so today, Wen is coming to you from Fate of the Empress to do Cascade Manor. I had made a video about this, and for some reason, it didn't get uploaded, so maybe I didn't have the mic on, which has happened, so let's make sure. Good, the mic is on. We are good to go. It's my friend Chang'e over here. And I am at the head butler for Cascade Manor. So Cascade Manor runs twice a week. For those of you who don't know, it is part of your dailies tab. It seems very scary at first. I totally understand this. My first time doing Cascade Manor, I was very overwhelmed and scared. And it was a little bit of a struggle because I didn't understand anything happening in there. But it is actually not that bad once you understand some strategies to get through it. So, firstly of all, let's take a look. When you're first starting out, you get these little, oh, they're so cute and tiny in their mite. Like, I remember those days. So, you get this one, and I'm not going to go through this one because my mite and that mite are just too disparaging. I'm not going to get the treasures I actually need for my team. But this is just an overview. So you have these 4 different levels that you're going to pursue as your mite grows, and you are going to collect clues. Each time you beat one of these will unlock until you get the butler's reward, which, believe me, this butler's reward is fantastic. And do not use these tier 1 epic universal treasures on random anything because they're really hard to come by. So getting one of those is really special, and hang on to it for a weapon for a hero that you just can't get weapons for, or even upgrading your MC weapon if you just can't get weapons for them for a while. So treasures are weapons in this game. Weapons are treasures. They call them treasures because some of your team's weapons are things like books and umbrellas and stuff like that. A cat in the case of Liu Shan, which I had him on my team until just a couple days ago. Little dude is so awesome. All right, if you need a healer on your team, Wang Xiaojun or Liu Shan are fantastic. Just my recommendation. They do run on attack though, so don't expect to put HP gems in them and have them do well. Put attack gems in them and they will do great. All right, so you go here, and if this is your very, very first time doing Cascade Manor, even if you're not at 180,000, it's worth it to try to do it. I would totally recommend doing it anyway. There's nothing to lose and everything to gain, especially these treasure shard boxes. This one has treasure shard B, which is for SSR heroes, and it also has treasure shard A, which is for UR heroes, which is about what's accessible when you very first start the game and you're free to play. It also sometimes drops costume, dye, and patterns, which is a nice bonus. Okay, as you progress, you're going to get into this next book and be able to eventually beat that. I am now on the final set. I am currently at 8.9 million might, but I found that I can go above my might if I'm using the correct strategies and use the Lotus Jade Revive a couple times. So let's get inside and go over that menu. It says confirm to choose Lotus Step, and my friend Biffy, who is an amazing team builder, is doing blood selling this time, and Biffy's might is like just 8 million. So Vivi also pays attention to Geode's tutorials, and Geode has a fantastic one on getting through Cascade with like a very low might team, getting through a very high might Cascade. So when you become a little bit more of an advanced player, I would definitely recommend checking out Geode's channel. He's really awesome on stats and team building. He's going to fill in all those advanced level info things that you need. Wen just does Vote Elementary. So this is a basic overview. All right. So in this one, I'm going to be able to acquire Shard A for UR heroes and Shard S for limited UR heroes, which now I'm running 3 limited UR heroes on my team. So this is really important for me to be able to do these kind of levels. Okay, so you click go, and that sets your game board for this entire duration of Cascade Manor until a new Cascade Manor opens at the end of this timer. So when this timer runs down, this closes, and then if it's Thursday, it opens again, and then on Sunday there's a break. So don't save your second Cascade Manor for the week until Sunday because you'll miss out. Make sure you get it done by Saturday. All right, up here is the fairy chest. It has a snow lotus in it. I can never remember the name right, but increase 1 free chance to use snow lotus. It will expire if you do not use it in the instance. So what this does is it revives every hero on your team, every hero you've collected, all of them in one go, and you get 1 every 24 hours in this game, in this Cascade Manor. So I highly recommend, like, if you die, wait for another fairy chest to complete and save your ingots, because it is 200 ingots. You can purchase a chance to be revived for 200 ingots, but you get 2 free chances during the time this event is going. So use those first. I mean, there's no reason to rush unless it is like almost reset and this timer is almost up. All right, getting into the game board. It is set up very much like a game board. There are spaces. Here's the end with the big boss. This is the big reward at the end of this level. There are 4 total levels. Contraption room, contraption pavilion, Lotus Lake, and ethereal cave. In this case, sometimes they're named somewhat differently, but there will always be 4 levels. All right, so getting into it. Here we have different kinds of spaces. There is of course, explanation, although I do not find these always very helpful. Sometimes they are, so take a look at your own risk. There's a thing called Rare Treasure. This is where you collect sort of like Cascade Manor relics that give your team boosts. So during the time that you're going through this, as you beat these warriors and different bosses, then you're going to collect these relics and they're going to give you boosts. I'll show you a few times about collecting it. The other thing that you need to be aware of is that there are these fantastic little, I don't even know what to call them. They look like baskets with a funny roof. I don't know. But they're heroes. They're opportunities for you to get extra heroes to either put on your team to help you beat it or replace when you die. So you can build like a second team moving through these levels and to help you through to the end. So I personally like to collect the healers for this, but I just rebuilt my team, so I'm going to have to rethink that just a little bit because I don't have the same gear setup that I did before. So, Hua Mulan, just don't bother. Shui Wei Jin is slightly better. Li Shizhen, not very useful. I'd probably say Lu Shan is the most useful of this lot. So I'm going to go ahead and pick him. If they give you like Jiao Chan, Daji, Sansa, Li Bai, someone like that, definitely grab them. All right, so I'm going to see who's over here and see if they're worth going all the way over there for. Okay, so there's Sansa. He's pretty worth it, so I'm going to go and collect him. Also, these valuable pills recover 50% of your HP. So while you're battling, if you're struggling and you need more HP and you want to avoid a battle, you can also grab one of these. The other type are this samsara fruit, which allows you to revive one of the heroes that has been defeated with 50% HP. Okay, and who's up here? Ooh, Ji Kong, he's a good one to collect, but also Jia Bao Yu is really excellent to collect. I have him on my team already, so I'm not sure that I will collect him, but Song Yu is also good because he does debuffs. So, yeah, even Pan An, he has shields, so, I mean, depends on what your team needs, but all three of these would be pretty good. All four of those. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and battle a hero. The first time you go through, you have to fight the fight. So you can in battle and pick different heroes. You can change your deployment. You can substitute in heroes that you have collected. Like I collected Lucian. I got all excited because I thought that I still had my Lucian, but I already reset him. He's here. Okay. So this is the one we collected just a minute ago, and he's here. We can substitute him in if we really want, but I'm pretty good with Dodgy being in here, or not Dodgy, Diao Chan. Man, I should have taken a nap. All right, so, but you can put in other heroes for this. I'm going to keep my team because I really like it right now, so I'm going to go ahead and fight. And the first time you go through, you really do have to do the battle. The second, third, fourth time you end up going through, I always increase the speed up here to make things go faster. And who do I want out of here first? Oh, if we can get Jinke out first. Oh gosh, I did put Lucian in. Oops. Well, I guess him. Alright, so Jinka becomes invincible if you don't kill him fast enough. You have to wait until he becomes attackable again. Oh, there he goes. He's invisible. So he's invincible right now. No matter what you do to him, he will not be able to be brought down. Indestructible boy right this moment. Watch out for Dodgy. She can turn your own team against you. Oh, hey, good. This isn't so bad. Except for Jinka. Dodgy will also revive, so do be aware of that. Alright, who am I going to heal? Anybody need healing? Probably nobody. Alright, so even though this team was supposed to be pretty tough, I'm doing pretty well. Happy with that. I will change Jiao Chan back in because that was unintentional. I mean, not that I don't love Lucian, but... Alright, so you see how Jinka is invincible? That's okay. You're not going to be fighting him in the first set of books in Cascade Manor at all. So don't be afraid of this at all. This is like a really advanced Cascade Manor. I had shot one at the low level, like way back when, but somehow it didn't get uploaded or I didn't do it right. So now I'm having to reshoot. So thanks for the person who asked for this. I really appreciate that. Because I would have totally been unaware that I didn't have it uploaded. Okay, so you get your victory, yay! And all of your heroes' HP is displayed here. I got 1 down, 2%. That's not bad. And you get 12 of the meteorite stones, which are used to upgrade your treasure. Alright, so then it gives you an option of 3 of these curios, those ones that I was telling you about that are in this rare treasure thing. And they're sort of like relics in that they give you boosts. So here we have one that's hollow wood. It gives an HP. Just read all of these carefully because if you pick correctly, they're going to give you extremely good benefits to help you beat the final level of Cascade Manor. So I'm going to say that HP recovery is very basic and important for this one, and I have Levi, but I don't have his Fox Fairy skin, so be careful what you're picking, because even if it just says Levi on it, sometimes it's not applicable. This one's only applicable to Levi Fox Fairy, and I do not have Levi's Fox Fairy skin. So the other one that's kind of nice is this Lord Wine. Heroes with HP higher than 50% get 7 more rage points at the end of a round, which can be very helpful. If I already had Hollow Wood, I would definitely take Lord Wine. Alright, so then that goes into your rare treasure section, which if you have a whole bunch of them, sometimes you'll get duplicates, and if you have 2 of the same ones with the same quality, like this one's purple, if I had 2 of these that are purple, I could combine them in Fuse by selecting the 2 of them, and then they would make a gold-colored hollow wood. You can also fuse 2 completely different curios to get something random. So occasionally you will need to fuse them, especially when you get past 15. That's the max that can be effective, or if there's duplicates, then 1 expires, and then you have to fuse to get a fresh curio that will help you through. Alright, so I wanted Sunset, I believe, yes. So I'll grab him, and then sometimes there are these treasure boxes, which can be very good. Sometimes they just have like 6 refined crystals in them. Sometimes they have some of the meteorite in it, but very occasionally they have treasure box shards or a whole treasure. So I found that picking those up when I can is a good idea. Alright, so if your health was low, which you can check by going to Embattle and checking here, and I'm going to put my Jiao Chan back on. You can check your health and make sure it's okay. If it's getting sort of closer to 50%, I would definitely pick this as my next move, but I'm doing really well right now, so I'm going to go ahead and battle some more so I can get some of this meteorite and possibly a random curio or dyes and other things. It's a double Jiao Chen team. That's kind of cool. I wish we could do that in real life. I mean, like for our own teams. I'm going to go for Dodgy first because she does lots of reviving, and I guess who would need healed? Probably Ja or Zhuangzhao. So, do one of those. So, a lot of Cascade Manor is exactly like this. Like, you just do this battle. You do the best you can with what you know. And then you move on to the next one. I'm going to get you through the boss a bit. It takes a while the first time you pass a Cascade Manor, which is something that can feel a little frustrating, but it is just the way it is. So, like, I understand why people feel like it's really slow the first time, and then after that you can actually auto battle and skip it for a lot of these lower level bosses. Okay, so Pattern Jade is resurrect resistance for all enemies plus 25 for every male hero deployed, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 male heroes, so that's 100% resistance up. That's really good. This emerald increases 15 extra rage points for every enemy defeated. That could be really good, but I find that probably resistance as a basic skill is better. Increased damage dealt of allies with lower than 20% max HP. I would say that would be really nice maybe a little farther on. So I'm going to pick Pattern Jade to give my team more resistance to damage and effects from doctors. So, especially because Dodgy does seem to be starring in a lot of these teams. Yeah, I'll be picking up one of those heroes in a minute. So, fight. So once you understand a bit of the strategy for Cascade Manor, then it's actually not so scary to do it. Like, if you die at a boss, that's okay. You're going to get a snow lotus, and then you'll revive and you'll keep going. And if you collect, 5 or 6 heroes, you have a secondary team that you can substitute in when your first team dies. And then you have 2 teams to fight the boss with, and maybe it will take both teams and then again another fight to beat the boss, but that's okay. Like, it's not a failure, it's a challenge. All right. Let's see. Okay, so I've got a little bit down in health for Jiao-Qian and Zhuangziao, but not bad at all. And, good, this is good. Damage resistance for all heroes. That's a really good one to have, because that takes care of damage after all your shields are done and they have extra damage. Like, whatever actual damage you get gets reduced by 20%. This Dragon Inkwell is also kind of nice if you have a lot of scholars on your team, like if you have 2 or more. But I only have Levi, so that really only makes my attack 10% and 20% crit increase. The Wooden Hamper, all heroes resist plus 9% plus EVA. EVA is really, really good. If I already had this mythical shield, I would want the Wooden Hamper for sure. And if I had both of those, then of course the Dragon Inkwell is fine. And once you have something, it'll say owned up here in the corner in a little red flag. So go ahead and I'll confirm. And then, there's a treasure box all the way over here. Sometimes that happens. Like, that's okay. So I'll just miss that one. You can only move. So at this point, I could only get to here. That's the farthest I could get, because I'm all the way over here. If I were here, I could get to this treasure box, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and continue with my plan to pick up another hero. So I'm sorry that this is taking so long. Like, you can fast forward through part of this if you need to. Like, I totally would understand. At least through this battle. I probably should improve my YouTube editing. Sorry, I'm getting sleepy. Probably should improve my YouTube editing, but Wynn has other things to do. Alright, so that one was a little bit tougher battle. A couple of them are down a couple percent. No, not a big deal though. Alright, so this is for gourmets, and that's fantastic because it gives gourmet plus 10% and plus 20%. And I have 2 gourmets. I have Zhuangziao and Jiao-Qian, so this would be really helpful for them. The other thing is AGI recovery, AGI. So for every doctor deployed, plus 9% AGI. And I have Jiao-Qian deployed, or not Jiao-Qian, I have Typing deployed. She's a doctor. So this actually would help with 9% AGI, which is agility, so speed. That would be really great, but I think that I'm going to protect my gourmets first and then worry about getting faster. Alright, so I'm going to come over here. I'm going to pick up Pan An, actually. Gcom. So I try not to pick up heroes I already have on my team. So I have Jia Bao Yu already. Just in case I just need to replace one on my team, then, because you can't deploy 2 of the same hero. You know, they don't let you do it. They do it on their own teams, and the developers do, but you can't. So I'm gonna take I'm going to take Songyu, actually. He's good for debuffs. And then I'll use the valuable pill, and then into this next fight. Okay, so this is the big boss battle. I'm probably only going to go through this last one with you, and then let you explore on your own, because it's just the same thing over and over again until the end. It gets slightly harder as you go. You try to select spaces that are either going to save you HP, get you resources, and figure out how to use your curios. So it takes practice for all of that and just some experience running through it. Don't be afraid to die. Like, it's okay. There's 2 free snow lotuses, and if that doesn't work, you can spend 200 ingots and, revive yourself a 3rd time. No big deal. Or just wait until the next Cascade Manor opens. Any way you want to handle it is okay. Gentle Mizzle. I've been testing out Jiao-Chan as a main just to see what that's like, and I'm not sure I'm loving it. Like, I had Princess typing in as my main because I like to direct where she's, gonna put her skills. But she's also pretty squishy compared to the rest of my team now, so I'm not sure that I really want her to be my main anymore. Okay. Almost done. My team made it through really nicely. I'm pretty sure by the end, though, this is my first time doing this one, and my might is a bit low for the recommendation. I'm sure by the end I will die. I'll wait for my snow lotus. I'll claim it from the box. I'll use it, and then I will continue fighting. Anybody need healing? Oh, Ja does. Okay. So you just keep doing this as a repeat over and over. I will show you fuse, though, because I do think that is helpful to know, and sometimes people feel intimidated. I certainly do when I don't know what to expect. Okay, so from this boss, I got 5 S treasure shards for limited heroes. Yay! Maybe I'll get what I need. And then 3 options for curios. We did talk about the wooden hamper is really good, and this one is a red level or fabled level of wooden hamper. This would be a fantastic one because it has 15% EVA. I don't have dodgy, so I'm not even considering that. All heroes attack plus 15% for every scholar deployed. I only have Levi, so that's only a 15% boost. This EVA and resist is so much more valuable. So I'm going to go ahead and get that, and it will go in my rare treasure trove. And let's see, I have a couple I could... Oh, I don't really want to actually fuse these, but you just do this and you hit fuse. So it'll block out the ones that you can't use with it, and then once you have 2 selected, you can't use 3, so it blocks the other one out. And then you hit fuse, and then you have a new curio. And if you use 2 of the same curio, the same class, it's going to bump you up to the same curio of the next quality up. Okay, and then I got 6 B treasure shards. Okay, that's cool. If I could get more hairpins for typing, that's cool. Oh, no, wait, you are. Never mind. Well, maybe I can use it for something else. Oh, this is cool. I'm so glad this happened, because this doesn't happen very often in the lower levels, but it does start happening, and you really, really want to be able to fight this one. This treasure monster triggered. The first time I made the video, I couldn't find one, but here's what he looks like. You want to make sure that you aim for getting to his spot, because he gives you a whole treasure, and sometimes they're really nice. Like, I think I've gotten one of Jiao-Chan's umbrellas. I've gotten Jinka's stuff, so limited UR hero stuff. Like, definitely, if you see him pop up, do aim for him for sure. Alright, so again, you're gonna want to look at the heroes, I still need a damage dealer, but another healer would be great, and Jiao Chan is a fantastic healer. So I'm probably going to pick her up. And then I need another damage dealer. Li Qingzhao is okay, so she would work. I'd probably pick her up. So her, Song Yu, let's see, who would I have then? Okay, Sunset, I have a pretty good damage dealer. Song Yu, Liu Shan, Jiao Chan, and Li Qingzhao. So then I'd have 5 extra heroes. And I can't pick up both of these, so who's over here? Yu Xuanji, Ji Kang, I would much rather have Jiao Chan than any of those. So I'm going to aim to pick up Jiao Chan and also Li Qingzhao here, and then I'll have a pretty good secondary team to continue to fight bosses with. So also up here is where your effective curios are going to show their bonuses. I'm going to start picking up attack based bonuses this round. I do like to have the defense ones. I just pick whatever is best out of the 3 that you're offered, but I do give a little preference for defense ones early on and attack ones later. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And then when Snow Lotus shows up, it shows up here after you claim it from the treasure box in the main menu, and you can use it. It says free. There's also an option to purchase one. It's 200, and you can purchase up to 3. So that's an option. All right, guys. I don't want to continue to bore you to death, but that is basically how you get through Cascade Manor. You can take another peek back at the entry menu to see what's up with that. And I think that's all I can think of. I hope I answered all your questions. I hope I gave you some useful strategies.